You know what phrase makes English teachers literally wince? When students say, I have stress or I have pressure. Yeah, it's grammatically correct, technically. But native speakers? They never say this. Instead, they say, I'm under pressure, or I'm stressed out. Today we're breaking down why this matters. Especially when you're talking about the real problems teenagers face. Peer pressure, social media addiction, and exam season nightmares. Let's get into it. Under pressure literally means you're positioned beneath something heavy. Right? Imagine a massive weight sitting on top of you. That's the metaphor. The phrase dates back to the 1500s when it described physical weight. But by the 1800s, British speakers started using it for emotional and mental burden. Here's the kicker. The Queen song Under Pressure, from 1981, that cemented this phrase in modern English forever. Now, teenagers use it constantly when talking about peer pressure, exam stress, or social media expectations. The preposition under is key. You're not in pressure. Not with pressure. You're under it, like it's crushing down on you. Let's talk real. Studies show that 78% of teenagers feel peer pressure. Whether it's about grades, appearance, or social status. Here's how you'd describe this in natural English. My friends are putting pressure on me to skip studying and hang out. Or, I feel pressured to post on social media every single day. Notice we use the continuous form, are putting pressure on, or I feel pressured, not I have pressure. The grammar shifts when you're describing active stress. Peer pressure is sneaky because it's social stress. Your friends, classmates, Instagram followers, they're all contributing to that weight on your shoulders. When you're talking about this in English, you need phrases like, I'm under pressure to fit in, or, my peers are pressuring me into things I'm uncomfortable with. That last one? That's natural teenage English. Here's a stat that'll blow your mind. Teenagers check their phones an average of 150 times per day. That's once every 6 to 7 minutes. And almost every single check is connected to social media pressure. Likes, comments, followers, comparison. The English here gets really specific. You don't just have stress from social media. You're addicted to the validation, you're pressured to maintain your image, you're struggling with FOMO, fear of missing out. Notice that acronym? FOMO is so common in English now that it's basically a word. Young people say things like, I'm experiencing major FOMO right now, or, social media gives me serious FOMO vibes. The anxiety here isn't just pressure. It's existential. You're under pressure to present a perfect version of yourself that doesn't actually exist in English. We'd say you're curating a false image, or living for the gram. These aren't just casual phrases. They're the language of modern teenage stress. Exam season. LGS prep. That moment when you realize you have 5 subjects to study and 2 weeks to do it. English learners often say, I am stressed about exams, which, okay, it works. But teenagers? They say, I'm drowning in homework, I'm buried under assignments, I'm freaking out about LGS. These are vivid, emotional expressions. The grammar here is interesting because we often use I'm under pressure to succeed, or I'm stressed about failing, or my personal favorite, I'm losing it. The prepositions matter. Under pressure specifically relates to external force. Stressed about relates to your anxiety regarding something. Here's the cultural context. In Turkey, LGS is intense. Students legitimately say things like, LGS is destroying my mental health, or, I'm under so much pressure to get a good score. This isn't exaggeration. This is how teenagers actually process academic stress in English. So when you're describing your study stress, use these real expressions, not the textbook version. Here's your homework. And this is actually fun. Think about a problem you're facing right now. Peer pressure, social media stress, exam anxiety, whatever. Now write 3 sentences describing it using the correct English expressions. Instead of I have pressure, write I'm under pressure too. Instead of I have stress, write I'm feeling pressured into, or I'm overwhelmed by. Share these in the comments, and I'll give you real feedback on whether it sounds natural. Real quick, the bonus skill here is connecting your feelings to the cause. It's not just I'm stressed. It's I'm stressed because my friends won't stop talking about followers, or I'm under pressure to maintain perfect grades for LGS. That specificity? That's what makes your English sound authentic. Native speakers always connect stress to its source. When you do that, you're not just learning grammar. You're learning how real people talk about their actual lives.